Hello, LegendAqua here for episode 5 of Idolmaster Cinderella Girls U149. In this episode, obviously, it focuses on Risa, but in the wake of the Momoka bungee jump episode and, Momoka obviously giving U149 a bit of popularity and fame, this basically spurs Risa on to, to become an idol quicker because she's in a hurry because of that. However, in the department of U149, not much is happening, and basically the younger idols just want to play around and just have some fun. Risa doesn't want that, and she becomes a little bit standoffish towards the younger idols. Again, she's in a rush and wants to become an idol as fast as possible. And because of that, the producer thinks up a job offer basically for Risa, which is the starring role for a movie. Obviously, Risa accepts this job offer, and with the encouragement of the producer as well as Risa's dad on the phone, she goes for the audition, and by the end of it, she gets the results. And she didn't get it. Yeah, you thought she would. You thought she got it? Not really. This basically angers Risa, but the producer basically has a contingency plan because the director said that not the starring role, but this other role is actually, it's more suitable for Risa. So why not? Basically, and the producer basically says, "Hey, here's this other role, do you think you can do it?" And obviously, since Risa didn't get the starring role, any kind of role is actually fine for her. So she will take it no matter what. Again, she's in a hurry to become an idol, and this is a ticket in. However, the producer has a bit of a clause with this secondary role for Risa, which is not only the producer, but the rest of the U149 idols wants to help Risa get this role and, be the best she can for this role. And therefore, everybody helps out Risa for this role. And with the last bit of encouragement from the producer, she goes for the audition and she finally gets it. At the end of the episode, because the producer kind of wanted to reward Risa if she ever got the secondary role, the producer basically gets all of U149 to watch the movie that Risa is starring in. Basically, nearly bankrupting the producer in the process, and the episode ends with a little bit of a funny thing, but yeah, that's the end of the episode, really. So, this episode was entirely, and I do mean entirely, focused on Risa. And the character development towards her is what I feel, it kind of mirrors Mio's first arc during the first season of Idolmaster Cinderella Girls. Because in Mio's case, during her first development arc, she wanted to hurry up and be an idol so that, she can be impressive as an idol towards everybody else. For Risa, it was her want to be in a hurry to be an idol, to be impressive to her dad, as well as everybody else. So you can kind of see why I see this as a parallel between Mio's arc and Risa's character development. The only difference is Mio's went a different direction, Risa's went more in a more positive direction. If you guys remember Idolmaster Cinderella Girls' first season. Because of that, I will still admit, this episode was actually pretty good for Risa as a whole, because although we see Risa as being standoffish towards the younger idols, she does have a reason for that. Again, she's in a hurry to become an idol as fast as possible. And she doesn't want to do, she doesn't want to fluff around. She wants to be serious as an idol. Therefore, she was kind of standoffish. Take that like you will, but I do kind of understand that. But she didn't need to be that standoffish. I'll admit that part, but beyond that, I do get her reasonings and as to why she's being standoffish. Now, any miscellaneous stuff from this episode? Well, there was one cameo, and and it was it was a picture of Makino, because this miscellaneous cameo was during, all of U149 trying to help out Risa get into character. And the character had glasses. And if you can see from this screenshot, you can kind of see what picture that the animators took from this one. Oh, like, I'm half speechless at the fact that although it's not a voice cameo, I'm still, glad that she actually got a cameo. I do wish she gets a voice cameo later on, and I do think I'll know when that cameo will show up. Probably in an Arisu focus episode at some point. There is a reason why I think it's going to be in an Arisu episode, but we'll get to it if it actually does show up. But beyond that, this episode was actually pretty good for Risa's character development, the miscellaneous cameo of Makino. So it was actually a pretty good episode. It was also, I guess, in a way, it's showing idol expectation. Don't be in such a hurry. Also, you can have some help in order to do so. You don't need to do it alone. That's basically the moral of this episode. In the next episode, I did see the preview for the next episode, and it's focused on Haru. Kind of to be expected, it's gonna be Haru's because, we'll see in the next episode. I don't want to spoil it, but there is a reason it's expected that Haru's episode is next. But that will do it for this episode. Comment below what you thought about this episode and let me know. With that, that'll do it for me. LA out.